All right, you want to give us a clap?
No claps. Do it live. Fucking do it live.
Do it live?
Please tell me you've seen that meme.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No, I haven't.
I'll write it and we'll do it
You've
live.
never seen We'll Do It Live?
What is that?
Look up We'll Do It Live.
Rush Limbaugh, right?
No, it's not Rush. It's a different fucking, like, Republican fucking news host. Yep, that's it. Bill O'Reilly.
Oh.
Do it live.
Fuck it. Fucking thing sucks.
For context, I believe his teleprompter stopped working.
Immediately back into character. Fucking professional.
Yo, Sting's cut off his new album. Let's go.
Dude, imagine crashing out like that. That's
mean-
so crazy.
I mean, Bill O'Reilly's still probably on the air, so whatever.
I think he's no longer airing with Fox. Anyways, let's get into it.
Yo, Big Black Cock releases 1,000 episodes of One Piece. Let's go.
Yeah,
Finally.
Okay. So what's going on? My name's Jose.
I'm not allowed to use the acronym. That's fucked up.
No, you can.
Oh.
This is
You
Jose.
just don't want me skipping ahead.
Look, if you keep this up, I'm gonna have to cut out all the good bits. I gotta introduce myself.
You really don't. They should know at this point.
No, I don't think they do. We only got 58 views on our last one. Look,
That's
nobody...
okay. Those 58 people, they know who we are.
All right, so Jose, aka Isano Monjo.
Say your last name so
no.
you can cut it out.
And then
Editor, cut
I'm here with my two co-hosts. Were you guys gonna continue with your bit?
What bit? Bill O'Reilly?
Nah.
Fuck it, we do it live.
Fucking thing sucks.
Fucking thing sucks. We do it live.
Yes, hello, Mactastic.
Okay, we're going back to Mac.
Who are you?
I am Mactastic. Who are you?
I'm phenomenal.
That's phenomenal, if I do say so myself.
All right, start it over.
Editor, cut that out.
Cut that out.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to get this one out of the way because it's the biggest one. It's the Nintendo Direct that happened at the very end of the month last month.
I can't wait for 700 JRPGs.
Okay, so we're close. We got Yakuza Kiwami coming to the Switch.
Cool.
A game that's been out forever on other
You
consoles.
skip that Diablo thing.
Yeah,
but
that's just
Diablo 4, guys, come on. Come on. No,
I mean-
I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. Not for me.
I'd love to try Rune Factory, but
Legends of Heroes Trails in the Sky getting a remake.
You know how I always talk about how my eyes glaze over at isekais? It does the same thing with JRPGs.
does it actually?
Yes.
Oh.
I like see it and I'm like,
Oh.
that's a lot of words.
I am
and I'm
excited
not
for-
reading
Too bad I'm not reading them.
I am excited for Trails in the Sky, but I do need to finish that PS3 one, Cold Steel one. Castlevania Dominus Collection brings multiple DS games to the Switch. So,
Today.
Oh, cool. Okay.
well, when this happened.
Dude, last week sometime.
By the way, a lot of this stuff, if it's not first party, it did get announced on PlayStation. So,
Oh my god.
Suikoden 1 and 2, two classics from the PlayStation era, I think. Capcom Fighting Collection 2 arrives. By the way, the first collection was like $20 literally prior to this announcement. Immediately shot to like $80.
What?
Physically.
Get fucked.
The same day.
Man.
Five Nights at Freddy.
Oh my god, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Can you dive into the deep lore of the Five Nights at
I could
Freddy's
if you want me to.
Yeah, break
We
it
don't-
down.
we don't
'Cause
got enough
there's-
time.
There's a girl named Vanessa.
My
Okay,
sim
so
officially revealed.
It
for
all
Nintendo Switch.
begins with a man named William Out.
The Bite of 87. All right, real quick. Tales of Grace's F. Did you guys even know this was a thing? Apparently, this was like a Vita game.
Once I see Tales of, my brain shut off.
So I know about some Tales of games, but I didn't know
Yeah,
about this
Tales
one.
of like
So-
Hysteria or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Tales of Abyss, Tales of
Symphonia, Wisteria,
yeah,
Yeah, sure.
Extella.
Hysteria,
That's one.
Extella,
Yeah, that all sounds like real.
Beasteria.
I believe you guys. Yeah,
So-
yeah.
I mean, I know these games exist. I just
right.
So Tales of Grace's F was a Vita game, but
Oh,
looks like
yeah.
it's
Like
getting
an exclusive Vita game.
yeah.
Oh, lovely.
rescue that off that.
yeah. The Witcher 3, Vampire Survivors, and more. I didn't really read into it that much.
Wait, what-
Among Us.
Among Us.
Neva.
Where'd you
Neva.
see Among Us at?
It's all right. So yeah, you got Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, Vampire Survivors, and Among Us.
Oh.
Oh yeah, Balatro. That's like
Oh.
a card game.
I think so. I wonder if Balatro.
I think they're
okay.
doing like crossover stuff with it.
So this Neva one, I think, is an indie game. I saw just kind of
Civ 7, let's
stills
go.
of it.
Gentlemen,
Civilization 7.
anyone a Civilization fan here?
I know Buddha's like very prone to.
No, I
nuking
think it's
every-
Gandhi.
Gandhi.
Yeah, Gandhi is the one.
I actually know the reason behind it.
Wasn't it like because his stats were like they weren't balanced out correctly?
So he was balanced so far to one side that once the like numbers rolled over, he just flipped straight to evil.
That's
So-
hilarious.
Yo, are you a Civ fan, Mactastic?
I am not phenomenal. I am not.
Then why'd you bring it up?
Because it was right there on the screen for our dear listeners.
All right, what about Power Wash Simulator? Get out of my swamp.
no,
No, thank you.
Collaboration.
no,
Nobody
thank you.
asked
Where's
for.
my farming simulator at, boy?
No one asked for this.
There's a guy on TikTok that makes Power washing simulator videos that has AI SpongeBob characters, but they're like washing Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch it. It's okay.
So Sea of Stars is getting a DLC called Throes of the Watchmaker. This is a game I need to get to. Apparently, it's a Western developed JRPG inspired. It's kind of like one of those where I was talking about, like, I really want to play Dragon Quest 3 2D, you know, like those kind of games. So that's what that is. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake. Gets gameplay trailer. If you didn't watch it, watch it. New Atelier entry.
Ooh.
Atelier Yumiya. Too long of a name, but it's the Alchemist of Memories, and the Envisioned Land has the longest name.
Now, I do need to ask, because I know you've played, the Ryza Atelier games, right? Have you played any of the Atelier games?
Fuck no.
Okay. Well,
I watched that anime for like half of it.
Till you got to the beach episode?
It's pretty boring. I didn't even get to the beach episode. I think I stopped like one episode before the beach episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, it's not worth it.
Dude, it's like, no offense to the game, but it was like, hey, we need to get you to play this, so we're going to show you the beginning.
Right. It's just one of those
It's
things.
like, hey, let's do a fetch quest for this.
What I
old
told
lady.
you guys was that the first boss is literally like dragon they fight, and there's like shit, literally like 40 more hours to go after that.
Oh, gee. Oh,
Also, I didn't like the pelvic bones on Big Strong Man. They were just out there the whole time.
Yeah, his pelvis.
Yeah.
Well, I only ask because there's two Atelier games that caught my eye semi-recently, and I'm debating about buying them for
Which
Switch. So it's Sophie's one of them.
Okay, yeah.
And then
I have that one.
what is it? Dusk?
Dusk. Oh,
Yeah.
that's part of the Dusk trilogy.
Yeah, that's the one. I really like
I think there's like Rorana.
I think. Yeah.
Rora Noah, Mr. Sorrow, is that you? Did you get lost in an Atelier game?
There's Atelier Aisha.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Aisha or Aisha, whatever.
Yeah.
Ayesha, that's the one. Yeah, Atelier Ayesha is the one that caught my eye. I like her design a lot. She's really cute.
And the Loggy one?
Well, I mean, I'd probably end up playing those if I liked Ayesha, just because those are like the 2 and 3 in the series.
Oh, okay. And then there's Atelier Shao.
Yeah, I really like the main girl's design from Ayesha. So her game, yeah, I really like her. Her or the Sophie, one of those two. I'm debating.
Yeah, I have Sophie. I've thought about getting the other two. I mean the trilogy, because there's like a Dusk trilogy. There's a couple trilogies.
Did you play Sophie though?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Fitness Boxing 3, your personal trainer.
I'm good.
SpongeBob Patrick solo game.
I'm good.
Goat Simulator 3.
Oh,
Good.
finally.
Star Overdrive. Not Sunset Overdrive. Kind of look same though, actually. Just from the
Yo!
Is that Tetris?
Yo!
40-year collection.
Did you ever play that really good Tetris game that came out? I can't remember the name of it for the life of me.
Are you thinking of the sand one?
No, not the sand one. It was like, fuck, I don't know. It was like 6 years ago, I think. It had a lot of different modes in it. Very colorful.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you, Chief.
It's hard to tell you, like, yeah, it's a Tetris game, but it's good.
The other one is Pizza Tower, a Wario Land inspired platformer.
It's got some good music in it.
I'm good.
Metal Slug Tactics.
I'm still good.
On your trail.
Tail.
On your tail.
I'm good.
Doesn't tell me much. Cuisinier. What?
Cuisinier, I think.
Europa. Can you guess that we've now
Shovel Knight!
Yo, is that Shovel Knight?
Yep, Shovel Knight. Shovel of Hope DX gets announced for 2025.
Good ass designs in that game.
Pico Park 2, Wobbly Life.
Oh, yes.
And then
Peglin.
Peglin. Is this a...
It's like a spiritual successor to Peggle, if you ever played that.
No, I didn't. Oh, and then Date Everything. It's the game we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Date Everything to me is a game I'd watch other people play. I'm good, Chief. I got other shit to do.
Top-down roguelike. Is this the name?
Morsels.
Morsel? Okay. And then Moth Cubit.
Wow.
Can you see we've
We're really digging the bottom of the barrel here.
Coffee Talk Tokyo, and that's it.
And we're done.
By the way, a lot of this did get announced for PlayStation, and then I think PlayStation announced their own stuff.
Nintendo holding back for that impending Switch console after the Switch.
And then let's move on. Let's keep going with the video game theme. Yakuza finally getting a live action adaptation. You guys excited for that?
No.
I would watch it. I love Yakuza so much, dude. It's fucking bizarre.
Yeah, like when he goes to do karaoke, sure.
Like, I want to see Goro Majima. That's my fucking boy.
I think everybody
when he
wants to see
rips off
Majima.
his shirt in one fell swoop, hell yeah.
I love when Donkey goes, guys, this is his best friend. They're literally like a team. Let's see here.
Oh, is Majima the one with the iPad?
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one. He wears the snake skin
He's
jacket.
pretty cool.
I fucking love him.
Yakuza 0, I think, was about his origin or something.
Yeah. It touched on his past a little bit more before he became the Mad Dog.
Isn't it Kazuya?
Kazuya is the main character.
Doesn't he like own an orphanage or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
In like 5 and 6, I think.
As the games go on, eventually he does like just straight up have an orphanage, and he just like takes care of kids.
That's because he's
cool
a good
guy.
man.
Exactly.
Yep.
He's just a good guy.
He's just a good old boy that loves karaoke and beating dudes up in Tokyo alleys.
I do
And boy,
love
can he
how
kick ass.
I
Oh,
do
yeah.
love how Prime is trying to go the extra mile to recreate that little like scene. I don't know if it's from Yakuza 3, but I think look, we got Yakuza, we got old grimy Asian men, kickboxing, and you can kind of see a lot of the green screen there, and it's supposed to all be edited out. What do you guys think of that? A lot of people complain, too much computer to nowadays. That was literally, I think, some of the comments were saying.
I mean, I hope it turns out well. Like, I would watch something like this. I don't even care about like CG or whatever the fuck. Does it look good?
Salem special, 100%.
Like, I would check this out.
Oh wait,
He doesn't rip his shirt off.
Here's some
with one
actresses
hand.
as Gyaru. If you blinked, you missed it.
Those
Gentlemen.
What's the definition of Gyaru, by the way?
Supposed to be like high functioning, like
High functioning,
Functioning.
huh?
not high functioning, but more like the bad girl. I don't know.
We'd have
No,
to,
those
like,
are delinquents. Very different.
like generally they're flashy.
Yeah, like flashy girls.
One
like,
could say to like kind of a garish extent.
Oh,
sometimes.
fuck yeah, look at that RE0 PV.
So here's kind of what I was talking about. Is like this is a lot of the computer.
Did you see Amelia?
So like,
I did.
Yeah.
do you see how much CG they're using? What do you guys? Does that seem real, fake? Now that you've seen it,
Well,
Looks fine.
I mean, as like those like shots kind of panned over, it looks better and better as it goes on.
yeah.
So.
Like you can't tell unless you knew. Like this is literally all CG'd out. Yeah. Like
Yeah,
you
that
don't-
looks pretty good actually.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
I really like seeing behind the scenes because I don't think Japan is always given the budget to do something high quality, but they, Amazon's behind them on this, probably
They-
because of all the shout outs they've gotten in
they
anime.
They did make that Fallout thing. That was pretty decent.
Yep. So I think Amazon's just kind of like putting money behind stuff and going, make something good.
Give fucking Borderlands to fucking Amazon. Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Take it away from Randy.
I was going to ask you, Sherm, do you know anything about this?
Will Ospreay. I love Will Ospreay, I think.
He did a Assassin's Creed inspired entry.
Did you ever see the I think it was the New Day when they came out to like Final Fantasy VII music?
I didn't, but I could believe it for sure. Didn't they like dress up in the like the Goku-esque uniforms?
Yeah,
and
they've
shit,
done
too?
that too.
Yeah, I believe it.
And then I think the
Trying to remember which one Will Ospreay is. I don't watch AEW.
I think the Assassin's Creed voice actor for Ezio kind of may have come out.
Man, the way you're doing, you should just let the video play.
This is 5 minutes long.
Well, like the way you're doing it, where it's skipping, is not great.
Like this?
Yeah.
Does it remind you of like 2 frames per second? Is that why it's bothering you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Assassin's Creed Japan.
See-
We excited for it?
No.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I
Like,
haven't been excited for Assassin's Creed in a while.
Yeah, neither have I. I'll be interested to see what the critiques of the game are gonna be, but like the story,
Because like after Black Flag, they had a real fucking rough, bumpy road until they got like the London one.
I liked Origin,
Yeah, like Origin and
the Greek
Val.
one.
What was the Greek
that's
one?
Odyssey.
Yeah, Odyssey.
Yeah.
And then Valhalla one.
They've
I haven't even touched it.
They've definitely had like a resurgence, but man, they really burned me, especially with 3. 3 was fucking garbage.
Yeah, 3 was just, hey, George Washington.
It was
what do
like-
you want me to do?
It was like bad too.
Yeah, it wasn't the best. It was a lot of emptiness. A lot of
And then
nothing.
4 was a great return to form, and then after that they were like, I don't know, fucking they'll buy anything.
Okay, so my question was though, Sherm, how do you feel about this Assassin's Creed Japan inspired
It's not-
opening?
It's not really that Assassin's Creed.
How much-
Kenny Omega. You know who Kenny Omega is? You heard the name before?
Uh,
His finisher is called the One Wing Angel.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, you'd have to like if you didn't tell us this was like Assassin's Creed themed or having that ad
yeah,
pop
I
up,
was gonna say.
I would have no fucking idea this
Yeah,
was supposed
Tony
to be
Khan will
Assassin's.
do
I
it.
love how the all AEW All In London is blocking the shadow part. That's pretty good.
Tony Khan will do anything for money at this point.
They were like, "Hey, how much money do you want to get our Assassin's Creed game in your fucking show?" And
Dude,
they're like,
Tony Khan
"Not
just
much."
like poaches wrestlers that were in WWE and is like, "Hey, come to my show."
Is it that those wrestlers were not very well liked, so they're like, or they were
Yeah.
contracts were over and those guys didn't know what to do, and he's like, "I'll still pay you, and you'll still be on TV."
Like the most recent departure was like Ricochet, and he's a fantastic like technical wrestler, but man cannot talk on the mic at all.
Oh, so it's like he's a good wrestler, but he's not a good personality.
Yeah, like
just keep his mouth shut.
to succeed, you really need to have it all. And sometimes they're just like they can wrestle their ass off, but man, they cannot fucking get the crowd behind them at all.
So I mean, that show of display, nothing for you guys.
No, I don't care.
Fuck no, I felt nothing.
I don't care
So,
about Assassin's
yeah.
Creed anymore.
I want to see people dunk on it. That's where I am with Assassin's Creed.
Did anyone play Valhalla? The like,
I'm sure
the
people did.
Viking one.
I'm sure they did. I haven't seen anyone play it.
Yeah, I heard no one talk about that.
Every
like,
time I go to pick out a PS5 game, I hover hover over Valhalla for a little bit, and then I picked.
Wait, you have Valhalla?
Yeah.
Just haven't touched it. It's like,
Dude, back when I lived in my
whatever.
apartment, I had it.
Seriously?
That's how long I've had it.
Good God.
It's been
Well,
out for a hot minute.
No, it has. I just didn't know he had it. But
Yeah,
I
I've had
mean,
it.
can't say I blame you for not playing it. Honestly, I didn't like Odyssey very much. Like Origin, I thought was neat, but I saw how Odyssey played with like
Yo,
the
pull up
stats, skill tree, and you can like
this trailer.
reset
Was
all
it
your points.
Too
for
RPG for you?
Huh?
Was Odyssey too RPG
Yeah,
for you?
I'd say so. I thought it was ridiculous that you had a skill tree and you had like spec into like stealth, combat, whatever, and you can just reset everything and just redistribute all your points on a whim. If
Yeah.
you want. It's like, well, why are we doing this then? Like, you can't commit to it.
My favorite part was how they turned Assassin's Creed into a superhero, like literally. So,
I mean, it's always
Like-
kind of been like that.
yeah.
It
No, but he had
like,
powers.
It
Which
just like
one?
Odyssey.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
it wasn't the what was it, the spear of
Yeah.
Leonidas?
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
that's-
I don't know, man. Like, it kind of felt semi-grounded near the beginning of Assassin's Creed stuff. Like, yeah, weird shit happened, but like as the games went on, it just got more and more kind of bizarre to me.
Yeah.
So-
Anyway, let's watch the main event.
All right. So Sonic trailer. Did we all watch it?
I don't think Salem has
No.
yet.
Okay.
Yo, make this full screen. Put that volume on.
I do like how I think his name is not Jason Schwartz. That guy from fucking Parks and Rec, the guy that was like, oh, a lot of money. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's Ben Schwartz.
Yeah,
I'm
Ben
pretty
Schwartz.
sure.
Okay, it was one of my favorite. Him and his sister, they were some of the worst.
Daddy, money.
They were some of the worst characters. I loved them so much.
Oh my God, is that the guy who likes Latinas?
Huh?
You guys don't know what I'm talking about,
Look,
Shadow?
does he like Latinas?
Oh, there was a meme made some time ago, like a full like animation thing, and Shadow steals Sonic's passport, and he just like does this pose. He's like, "Why do you got to go to Mexico?" And he's like, "I just really like Latinas, Sonic," and then he just pisses off.
I would never heard
You
of that.
haven't? Okay.
No.
Okay. If I remember, I'll bring it up later.
Okay.
Are you excited to hear Shadow?
Oh, that's Idris Elba.
Who do you think it is, Salem?
I didn't hear it super well.
It's Mr. Johnny Silverhand.
And
Oh,
that's
is
the-
it now? Ooh.
And that's the guy from the DLC.
Mr. Jonathan Wick.
Do you have a...
Are you into the deep Sonic lore, Salem?
What do you know about Robotnik? Or Eggman, as they like to call him in some regions of the world.
My Sonic knowledge delves more into the fandom stuff, like Chris Chan.
Never
Let's
mind.
see, what else?
No, don't go too deep.
What was it? Tails.
Miles per hour?
There's a Tails comic that was like made in Microsoft Paint, and it's fucking absurd.
What do you know about Robotnik and his dad?
Oh, his daddy.
Apparently in the games, Robotnik's dad is only mentioned in backstory. He's never really been
Yeah,
like,
we're going into the deep lore for the Sonic movies.
watch a like 3-hour video by some dedicated Sonic fan.
Tails gets trolled. That's the one. If you guys want to look that up in your free time,
Okay.
it's an interesting
Is
story.
there any
I'll tell you.
inflation in it?
Hello Kitty.
Did you guys see the obligatory Akira slide?
Yeah.
No.
Akira
Oh, they're in
slide.
Japan.
Oh, they're in Japan?
Yeah, they're in Japan, so there has to be an obligatory
What I
Akira
had
slide.
to. You're a colorful bunch. Get it? Because they're colorful.
Oh my god.
Wait for the stinger. Hell yeah.
I dig it.
Jim Carrey's a national treasure.
I love Jim Carrey.
Hello Kitty is the either like the I don't know, like, okay, so you know the Cheetos guy?
Yeah, Chester Cheeto.
Yeah,
Chester
Chester
Cheeto?
Cheeto. So he's a pimp, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
Does he pimp
Yeah.
out little kitty or Hello Kitty?
Yeah, among other characters, yeah.
Yeah.
So that happens and Tails gets trolled.
What, dude? He's riding on the flying Nimbus. He's just like Goku.
Okay, I don't mean to keep distracting you guys. I'm gonna
I
get this
hate
game.
the internet so much.
I'm gonna get this game. Metaphor.
I
Refantazio.
already stopped paying attention. I saw General
By the Persona guys.
is it
Oh, wait,
Persona
it's an
6.
Atlas thing?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
it-
it'll be an Atlas thing.
Is
So
it
the guy.
Persona 6? If
No.
not, don't care.
So this is the guy I've been telling you. The guy who basically revolutionized.
Goku?
No.
Yes, Son Goku himself.
Son, wait,
So the guy who.
that's like Son Wukong.
So after
Oh
Persona
my God.
2, whichever one it was, Eternal Punishment or
So
Innocent Sin.
Eternal Punishment's the second half of that.
Okay, so after Eternal Punishment, they were deciding if they were going to continue with the Persona franchise or not, and they hired on that other guy, and he was like, here, I'm going to do something different, and that's where we get the 3, 4, and 5. And that guy was like, yeah, I don't want to make Persona 6, I want to make my own game. So they were like, okay, here you go.
Yeah, but I'm gonna need Persona 6 though.
So how do you like? How do you guys like being Wukong here?
I feel nothing, and that's because like this isn't totally unexpected, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was bound to happen. If
Wait,
it didn't
why?
happen day one, like,
Why?
what do you mean?
I don't get it. Goku like came out before this came out. They're just copying Goku.
Man, this looks like a
you're right.
This looks like a terrible mod, man. I hate this so much.
I mean, it'll do the job, I guess, if you're really fiending to be a Goku with a staff.
Yo, is that the Naruto frog?
Oh my god.
We got Naruto, we got Dragon Ball. What is this game? Let me play
Looking
this.
frog.
No, these frogs don't look as cool as the Naruto frogs.
You think the Naruto frogs are cool?
Hell yeah, they are.
Oh, I meant to ask you this.
When Naruto shows up in the fucking village after doing Sage Mode training, that was pretty fucking sick.
I also meant to ask this, but I keep forgetting every week because it's not something I'm playing, and I guess I haven't asked you guys. What do you guys think about Black Wukong?
I watched.
You can't just say Black Wukong. Come on, Doc.
Black Myth Wukong.
There you go.
Yeah, so Black Wukong, right?
Yeah.
So about that
What do
game.
you think of Black Goku?
Did he drive down to the liquor store?
Yeah.
Okay, don't cut that out.
I must have not gotten far enough to see that.
All right, so what do you think?
I watched like the first hour and a half of gameplay. It seems decently fun, honestly.
It seems-
I think it's a really nice looking game.
Yeah.
And I do like the designs of a lot of the enemies, but I don't know if it would be necessarily a thing I'd buy right away and play.
Seems like some easier version of like the Dark Souls experience.
It's something in that vein.
Everybody's been saying it's super hard, blah blah blah, and I'm just, I'm just
Give-
like, I didn't even get past Demon Souls, so I don't know.
give him one of the Dark Souls games. Take your pick.
I mean,
Man, I hate, speaking of Dark Souls real quick, I really hate the fucking debate about Dark Souls 2 keeps getting brought up at random times, it seems like.
About how it's bad.
Oh, well, people want to say, oh no, but it was actually good though, if you think about it.
Yeah, I hate those people.
I played all of the Dark Souls games multiple fucking times. 2 was not good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what these people are fucking smoking, but it wasn't good. I don't
because
get
that's
it.
the first one they played and they wanted to believe that it's good.
they
Yeah,
want to be
maybe.
part of the fandom, but they, you know,
And then they play a better one and they go, well, I mean, it's pretty much the same.
Even
I
the
really
demons-
hate the people are hating on Dark Souls 2.
Dude,
I didn't think it was
Dark
that
Souls
bad.
2 was so good.
what did Dark Souls 2 ever do for the village?
That's what I'm saying, dog.
Bro, no, Boruto was a mistake. Let's delete it.
I mean, can at this point.
Look,
Anyway,
you guys just read the manga.
Yeah, if you just read the manga and skip all the filler, it's like good.
so Madoka Magica getting a game, right? And a
Oh.
manga.
Can't wait for the spin-off anime.
But no,
yeah,
it's,
right.
So apparently these spin-off
Yo,
characters are
play
going to
that
be in it.
No, play that first one. Yeah.
So I mean, this is a nothing trailer because
I love Mommy though.
right. But
She's-
here's the thing.
She's the best one.
But here's the thing, right? It looks cool, and at first I thought, is this a JRPG kind of retelling
no,
the story?
this is some gotcha bullshit.
Is it like, what is this, right? And it turns out you're right. It is a gotcha game. It is going to be a mobile game.
Yeah, they had one before too. I
God.
played it for a little bit, and then it got wiped out from the Western market.
I was going to say, did it got
Dude.
Beatus Deletases?
Yes,
you
I
could like distill Mommy down, and she'd be the perfect design.
I was playing the first mobile game they had of this.
Oh wait, scroll back up a little bit. Oh, I think they have those bullshit characters from that spinoff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they do. That's Yachio.
Yeah.
That's
that's what I said. They,
How do
some-
you remember their fucking names,
well,
brother?
'cause I like her design.
All right, fair enough.
anyhow.
Iroha from the spinoff too.
So
Was Iroha the pink one?
Yeah, she had the
Okay,
hood with
yeah,
the
yeah.
crossbow. I love her
Had
design so
to
much.
save her sister.
I was just gonna say this does look like a JRPG I would play on a console.
This is very Star Rails esque, so I'd probably.
So I mean, it does look like a game worthy of some time. Is it my full time? I'm not sure,
Connect.
but
We must connect to defeat the witches.
and like I said earlier, there will be a manga attached to this. By the way, if you guys didn't know, the Madoka Magica lore goes deep. I didn't know that until I looked it up earlier.
Salem knows most of it.
You have any?
but
Walls
since
Purgis. No.
Pretty cool.
and
yeah.
continuing on our magical girl talk, this is a manga I read like I think about 20ish chapters, but it was kind of a forgettable kind
Play
of.
that PV.
Wait, you're
but-
saying it's a forgettable one?
Well, like the manga itself.
I'm
like,
excited. You got me.
Well, here we go. Right, like at least what I read
I
is.
feel like you might have shown us this before. Maybe.
No, this is. I'm pretty sure. I think I showed you guys that this.
No,
I think I showed you guys like a preview teaser image, but I didn't. There was no trailer at the time. So this is about that girl who wants to kind of work for a magical girl company, but a lot of them have like high standard requirements. So these aren't actually magical girls.
Was
They-
that a keyblade?
No.
like these?
It kind of looked like a key.
Like
no,
you
it's
see,
a fucking witch's broom. Come on.
they.
I can't unsee
Get it together.
Oh, keyblade.
So it's supposed to be like a magical girl. They're magical girls, and they're supposed to be fighting monsters and stuff. But they fight it with technology. But it's all supposed to be in the vein of magical girls. Like a lot of their brooms are technology and stuff like
So
that.
do they actually actually have magic, or is it
No.
all the technology?
It's all technology. Yeah, and Deku's there. So
great.
I mean, it was kind of fun, but the thing is, it's like it felt too much like Loser Ranger, where there was a lot of talking, standing around, contemplating, and then we get to the action. And then
You
like,
are not selling me
See,
on this.
I'll say this. I probably said it before when we were watching Loser Ranger, right? But it's like, I don't mind a lot of dialogue. I don't mind a lot of yapping if it's like interesting shit.
Make that video bigger.
The problem with Loser Ranger was it wasn't interesting shit. So
Go
that's why I
back.
just felt like it took
To what?
500 years.
I saw Dan to Dan trailer 3.
we watched it.
We didn't watch that one.
We don't need to watch more Dan to Dan.
I think we do.
You're just gonna spoil yourself.
That's fine.
I'm good.
I'm gonna forget about it by the time we start watching it anyway.
I mean,
Is Dan to Dan coming out this upcoming season here?
Should be.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay.
That was
I
one
can't
of
wait for Turbo Granny.
so that was like one of the next few things I was gonna say. They did get the English dub cast.
Yo.
The one who's voicing Turbo Granny is apparently Barbara Goodson, who dates all the way back to the 70s, dubbing like 70s anime. So she is a veteran of the industry. And then the guy who's gonna voice Gigi is Mr.
Mr. Solo Leveling
Yep,
himself?
Mr. Solo Leveling himself.
I mean, say what you will about that adaptation. That dude was fucking working. The rent was due.
Yep.
He was working for that check.
He really was. So, and then everybody else is kind of like the one voicing Seiko. She hasn't done a lot of anime stuff, but she has voiced a lot of like just things in general. Lisa Lisa Raymold has voiced a lot of anime stuff. So, I mean, we're getting people that apparently are in the space. So,
Okay. Well, I will say, since you've actually read into Dan to Dan, because I only read I think
I'm caught up. Yeah.
the Turbo Granny initial thing. So do you think they'll do a good job portraying these characters?
It seemed from every trailer I've watched, yes. That's why I stopped watching the trailers, because I'm just like, I don't want to keep watching these scenes and then just be like, I already saw this in the trailer.
Right.
I already saw this in the preview.
Plus, you already read the manga, so
yeah. So like, I have a vision of it in my head from the manga. Like, I even went back and reread it a couple months ago, and then like the anime initially, the previews, I was like, this is exactly how I pictured it in my head. So that's why I don't want to continue watching the previews, because I want to watch it.
Yeah,
like,
that makes sense.
Then Jujutsu Kaisen,
All right, boys, that's your territory.
So Hidden Arc and Premature Death Arc gonna be turned into one movie.
Why?
So I mean, this is for those people that are like, I don't want to watch it, or like, Jujutsu Kaisen's kind of long.
God, I can't wait to see like the next season of Jujutsu Kaisen. Cause he's so mad.
Oh, they're gonna be pissed.
So angry. Like, all right, hear me out. We torture
Any
these
spoilers?
people by, the part I'm talking about. We cut it off right there.
All right.
Where the man gets cut in half, we cut it off. Bam, cliffhanger that bitch.
That would be really good. Oh, man.
How do you feel about the end so far?
Oh, we got like 3 chapters left.
Yeah. We defeated the big bad.
Spoiler.
Yeah, it could be anyone though. Could even be Yuji Itadori. You'll never know.
So I mean, we're kind of near the end. It's not as climactic as I would
Wait,
have
did
thought.
Sakuna actually get eaten?
Huh?
Who?
Did Big Bad Man get eaten?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Could be anyone.
Spoilers.
I think it was Geto actually.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Geto and Gojo, they have a child together, and then the child becomes the big bad.
Ooh.
Mhm.
So
pretty pog, you think about it.
So, yeah, Crunchyroll currently streaming both the series and Jujutsu Kaisen 0. By the way, Netflix as well in the U.S. territories. Megan Thee Stallion sampling this in her music. I mean, Jujutsu Kaisen's really popping off. But do I really want to see a film about these 2 arcs? Not really. Not for me.
So do you guys think you're not going to watch this then?
Nah, because we've already seen it in the anime. Like, there's really no reason to just go back and rewatch
Wait, was
it.
the Shibuya incident? That was at the end of Premature Death, right?
No,
What?
Shibuya incident was last.
Right, that's a recap movie though. What's it recapping specifically? Like the stuff
the
that
hidden
happened.
the
Platinum
Gojo's-
Star Vessel,
Yes.
and then what else?
Just
Just like that stuff with
that entire-
Get-
yep.
That's it,
Yep.
huh?
Yep.
Fucking at least give him the Shibuya incident. Come on, dog.
Look, I'm just waiting for Mappa to give me Reze from Chainsaw Man. That's
yeah,
all I
you're
want.
getting a movie. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's all I want. And then you said the Big Black, what was it?
Big Black Cocks.
Are releasing the 1,000 episodes of One Piece so far in the UK. So this is why I asked you guys earlier, off air. Did you guys know anything about TV license?
Nope.
So in the UK, a TV license is required if you want to watch any TV. So let's see here.
This is a good Google search so far.
So for licensing in the UK and the British Islands, any household watching or recording television transmissions at the same time they are being broadcast is required by law to hold a television license. This applies regardless of any transmission method, including terrestrial, satellite cable, or for BBC iPlayer internet streaming. The television license is the instrument used to raise revenue to fund the BBC and S4C.
Can I get explain this like I'm 5?
Okay, so TV license.
Please don't read directly from the article. I need some
right. So
like summarization.
Right here. So basically, payment required in many countries to watch TV. You got to pay to watch TV. It's like, okay, that makes sense.
Now, for the first couple seconds, I thought that sounded really funny, but what the fuck? What is this?
So apparently, this is just like, hey, do you want to watch any kind of TV in your home? Like, even if you're watching Netflix, you got to pay a TV license. Do you have a TV in your home? You got to pay a TV license.
I mean, that might be rolled up in like when you buy the TV or something.
No, literally, this is like a month-to-month thing. This is like something you have to pay by law. This is a requirement.
This is a separate thing from like just getting like your cable or what. That's insane. Okay, I did not know
when
that.
They left that European Union, really fucked them over.
So
I know catch you boys watching that TV without your license.
This has literally been in place for a couple
Man breaks
decades.
into your home. Show me your TV license.
No, literally, people have gotten fined and or arrested because they didn't have TV license. Like, this is a real thing.
That's fucking insane.
So this is why I was saying.
I mean, we live in America.
It still sounds insane.
Yeah.
So basically, I don't know how people in the UK were watching One Piece up until this point, because I know
Illegally.
British people were watching One Piece, but now One Piece is exclusive to the BBC iPlayer. How are they gonna watch it? Oh well, probably all those sites that got taken down earlier.
Probably.
Oh, by the way, you guys want to bring that up for a little bit? What happened there?
They shut down like most of the illegal streaming websites.
But they're back up now, though. Right?
I don't know, man.
There was also like I guess you could call them knockoff versions of them as well, like like 9 Anime, for example.
Yep.
There are other versions because I checked when I found out, because curiosity. It's not because I watch it on it.
Killed the cat.
And it was working fine. So it doesn't even matter that the main one was taken down.
Yeah, they just swap domains, move. They'll disappear into the night, and then this will happen all over again in another 5 years, probably.
I mean, I do pay for my streaming site, and I usually try to like watch all my media legally. But if there are things like Macross that I can't watch because the license apparently belongs to Disney or something, while the remaining of this like franchise does not belong to them, then yeah, I'm gonna illegally watch Macross.
I can't believe you.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Here's something interesting for me and Salem, and then for you, Sherm.
Ooh.
So Trigger, in collaboration with Hasbro, want to do they're gonna do a Transformer teaser. Now, this is not the teaser. This is a teaser of the teaser.
That's my favorite.
I don't know if you know this. Trigger makes the best mecha anime.
So, I mean, the fact that they're doing a Transformer.
Oh, those are robots. Those are different.
Right, but they're still machine. I don't know.
Are they like robots in disguise?
I think they might
could
be.
I think
Orion.
Rodimus Prime.
Orion Pax. This looks good. Like this teaser,
Well,
man.
because some of those earlier shots were from the 80s movie, like when Rodimus was holding us of leadership.
I wonder if
Is
they're
that
like
where they killed them all to sell more toys?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, Optimus Prime dies, quotes, and then Rodimus takes up the mantle of the Prime, and they beat Unicron.
Yo,
for that point.
Hit that RE0 PV2. I need to know.
No.
Why not?
Why not?
'Cause that
Let's
shit
let's
sucked.
see. Let's see what we're working
By
with.
the way, you guys see Rooster Teeth? I mean, Rooster Fighter.
Rooster Teeth.
Sorry, Rooster Teeth. That was in. That was in.
Yeah, no, fuck them. What about Rooster Fighter or whatever?
Oh, it was just on the side.
Oh yeah, how could I miss it?
Yeah.
Okay, so our main topic, we watched Terminator 0.
Zero.
That was up there as one of the worst Terminator things I've ever watched.
What are you talking about? It was so
I
good.
need more time.
I literally need
Just
more time.
give me more time.
I need more time to think about how terrible this anime was.
So, boys, we're all in agreement. It was just fucking mid, essentially.
It was so
Yeah, it wasn't
boring.
bad. It was just like it was well animated. Like I didn't even mind the CGI because like on the Terminators, like that's kind of how they just look because they're CGI'd in the actual movies.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen worse.
But man, we
Dark Fate, Genesis, Salvation, maybe.
1, 2, 3.
Nah, 1 and 2 are amazing.
They're good.
So this is literally one of the worst Terminator things I've ever seen. And I watched a few of them. So
I wouldn't even say it's bad. It's just like so unremarkable.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's mid. Like it's just whatever.
Like there's nothing here. This was fucking however long it was.
okay, so
Like so.
Phenomenal.
4 hours of our time essentially wasted.
yeah, so phenomenal. As somebody who hasn't watched the good Terminator stuff,
You know.
how's the Terminator franchise franchise stacking up for you?
I don't get it. It's just like Aliens. I don't get it, man.
He was telling me earlier too, while we were like doing our piss breaks and stuff. But he's like, if this was supposed to be getting me into the franchise, it's not doing.
It's not doing a great job.
No.
And you know what? Fair enough. I don't think I'd be convinced either.
I especially the only thing I really disliked about this was just like how every time a movie has to get into time travel and they like give up on it like halfway through, they're like, yeah, whatever. It's just a different timeline. It's a different past, it's different present, different future. It's like, all right, so clearly you don't fucking care, or you didn't want to like explain it away in any way. Like, just don't. I understand that it's a thing that happens in Terminator, but like,
well, when we're watching the anime, like time travel essentially boiled down to when you travel back into the past, it's not the past of your current timeline.
Create
so
a different timeline.
Exactly. Anything you change, it won't be changing the timeline you were originally at.
But the lady we sent back was the mother of the main man.
So I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Sarah Connor Chronicles. They literally do this. So at one point throughout, like in the show, there were two characters and they were married in one future, but literally they both came from, and then like one guy's wife died from in one future, and then she came back from a different future. So it's like that's his wife, but not really his wife. So because they're both from different timelines, but they ended up in the same time. Like, yeah, it's like really fucking stupid. And it's like, I get it. Time travel. This is what Rick and Morty has been making fun of for most of their entire like show, is that time travel makes no fucking sense and stupid. Yeah, I thought, I was like, why are we so hyper focused on the time travel bit?
Well, we have that. We have our boy Malcom Lee.
Give me some time.
And so Malcolm's whole deal, right, was that it was revealed to him in a dream, which it's touched on later how that happens. But essentially it starts off with Malcolm having this revealed in a dream that the future is essentially fucked for humanity because of Skynet. And you're like,
he lived
okay,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So
he goes about trying to get his AI Kokoro to start up and basically
his AI girlfriend.
Yeah, his
I say that, but it's not really his AI girlfriend.
his wife. His AI, whatever, to stop Skynet and save humanity. That's the whole deal. But Malcolm, for the majority of the fucking show, because Kokoro asks him like, hey, so I've seen humanity, blah blah blah.
At its worst. I haven't seen their best.
Why should I help out? What if I don't agree with Skynet? And Malcolm's, I need more time. He doesn't say a fucking thing for like most of the show until we get near the end.
His entire goal was to like get his family and show his family to Kokoro, but yet he made no attempts to like the only thing he did was sent Misaki after them and was like, go get my family. And that was it. It was not like, go get my family and bring them to me. It was
just keep my family safe.
It's like, oh, they all ran away. Fucking, I don't know, go get them.
Yeah, just go get them. It's just very bizarre because it's frustrating whenever Malcolm would come on screen, because I was fucking yelling for Malcolm to come back because I want to actually see more debate.
Nope.
And it's just Malcolm sitting in his fucking chair or looking at the screens, and he's just like, oh, I need more time. Oh, I have a plan, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, well, what's
it's not the right time yet.
Because he's being told, like, you're running out of time by his AI Kokoro, and she's asking, like, can you elaborate? Like, can you tell me anything?
Hey, Cyberdyne is literally about to turn on Skynet. Is there anything you want to tell me? I need more time.
I need more time. So it was just frustrating. His fucking kids. I didn't give a shit about his kids. His Kenta especially. Fuck that guy.
Reika, at least she didn't bother me most of the show.
She was there.
And Hero, at least he had some at least he had a heart.
Dude, a kid with candy in his pocket. A Hero, right?
Yeah, Hero.
Best out of the three kids.
Yeah.
The favorite, in my opinion. But fucking the other two were And Misaki essentially starts out as like basically their nanny. Then you get to learn more about her over time. But she was fine. She was okay.
Yeah. I did like how I brought this up. I like how we kept alluding to, it's like, oh, Misaki is obviously a robot. It's like, even from the beginning, like when she cut herself and she was like literally just like trying to fix it. It's like, okay, so she's a robot.
Yeah.
And then we hyper fixated in the police station. And then it's supposed to be a reveal. Like, that was a terrible reveal. That was like no suspense at all. The buildup was for like only 15 seconds or less. And then it's like, oh, Misaki's a robot. And then fucking Kenta is like freaked the fuck out and he's trying to kill her and shoot her and shit. It's like, you can't trust robots. All I want to do is take them apart. Where's my blender? Like, man, this shit was so whack. This is the worst thing if you want to get into the Terminator franchise. Just watch 1 and 2, please. Yeah, watch 1 and 2.
Like, literally watch the beginning of the series and then, go from there.
At least Arnie is in the third one.
That ain't me, dog.
Can you turn that off?
Picked One Piece music as your fucking
alarm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty good.
I was gonna say. Sorry, what was I saying?
People should just watch the first couple movies and then go from there, because that's the best of like the crop that is the Terminator franchise.
Yeah, literally just watch Terminator 1, 2, maybe watch 3 because it does kind of line up. If you're a masochist, watch Salvation.
Yeah, after 3, it starts to really go down the rails, and they thought it was a good idea to make more movies. And
I love how we did get the name of almost all the Terminator movies with subtitles, except for, which one was it? Genesis. They never said, this is the Genesis. We got Salvation. We got Fate. They never said Dark Fate, but it was half of it. We got half.
Yeah.
Judgment Day. I think that's the second one.
We got all the subtitles listed in like the cast dialogue, except for Genesis.
Wait, is Terminator 3 technically Rise of the Machines?
You know what? It might be.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Rise of the Machines. All right. Well, we didn't get that either, but
we got 3.5 out of 6. So
more than we expected.
Yep.
So.
All right. So, you guys gave it a 5.
Oh,
the most mid.
One of the hardest 5s I could give because it's not bad, but there's nothing really stand out about it either. And the story is kind of frustrating at times or just super fucking bland. It's just
can't wait for season 2.
You know, I'm not going to fucking watch the show again anytime soon or ever. It didn't really do much for me besides the time shit, which it's like, all right, I guess that kind of explains why, you know, it's kind of an endless loop of Skynet trying to send machines back and then the Resistance sending people back, and it effectively will not matter for that initial timeline.
How does the Resistance know that they send the Terminator back? How do they know?
Yeah.
Documents, records,
scanning stuff. No, I guess if they're powering on a machine, I don't know, man.
Hold on, the cat litter thing cleaning itself. So
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. I'll tell you.
Okay, so literally, like in the first 5 episodes, do you remember how I kept just turning to you, Salem, and I was just like, do you remember how I kept turning to you and just going, hey, that's kind of like that episode that from Terminator 2 when he was literally riding the bike with the Terminator. Hey, that's like in Terminator 1 when he stepped out of the fire. Hey, that's like literally all it was like, hey, call back. You like that, right? You like Terminator, that's why you're here. That's why you're here. It's like, this is literally the worst Terminator thing I've ever watched. Because for one, I'm not too interested in the time travel bit. Like Kyle Reese in the first one, he just comes back, starts stealing clothes, gets a gun, goes look for Sarah Connor. Literally, like, we go.
Yeah, we're getting to the point. We're not going to dick around here. Like,
what does Malcom do? Tell me what it means. Why? Why are you waiting? Kokoro? Like, this shit was so fucking stupid.
I'll say, I like Kokoro's multiple body designs. I think they're neat. But
do you like her ultimate fused form?
Yeah, it has very much like Amaterasu type vibes going on. I can dig it, but is that enough?
You didn't like her Buddha? Mactastic?
No, for the fucking waiting 8 episodes to see it, it was pretty lackluster.
Yeah, so I mean, there's just not enough here to justify recommending it to people. It's just like, if you're interested, yeah, give it a shot, but like, I don't think you're gonna be entertained.
I think it's because like I am deep in the Terminator lore, like I know a lot of it, but it's like Terminator Japan wasn't really hitting for me. Like, I don't care that Japan was the only sole survivor. That's a pretty interesting concept, but we're still over here talking about, ooh, Kenta, you were the one that told me to make Barker a deal with you. That's why I'm here. Are you gonna
Did you say Barker?
Yeah, broker? Barter, whatever. Barter a deal with you. Are you gonna do it or not? Okay, no, let me go file all these robots. It's like, God, this shit sucks. What's going on? What's going on with Western properties being adapted like this?
No one cares about the Western
ranging from mid to horrible.
They gave it to someone and they're like, can you do this? And they're like, yeah, but it's not gonna be good.
Okay.
Like, look at fucking Suicide Squad.
That was terrible.
Oh yeah, that was our favorite show, right, guys?
I'll harp on it time and time again, but if you don't have a passion for it, don't make it, because people obviously like it.
Just like having your cast in like a fantasy world and then just like not giving a shit after that isn't enough. Like you
hooked us with something, but you have to actually deliver on it. You can't just we just finished it because we're us and we have to do that. Otherwise, we'd feel like, well, Mactastic might have dropped it, but me and fucking whatever your name is now.
Yeah,
we just if we start something, we want to finish it just so that way we have that closure on it.
So okay, so it's sitting at IMDb at a 7.5. 2,500 people have rated this collectively a 7.
The Rotten Tomatoes is worse. This is one of the few examples of I looked this up beforehand and was like, okay, well, people clearly like this, and then we watched it, and it's not that it's bad. It's just like so whatever.
As frustrating and boring at times I think the show is, like, it's not something I'd go out of my way to like talk shit about or complain about. Like, it was just
that's what I'm saying. Like, critics love it and the audience loves it.
Jesus Christ. Wait, it's
got a 96.
Okay.
Like, I'd understand if it was one way or the the other, where the critics like it and the audience hates it, or the audience loves it and the critics hate it. But now I'm confused.
Okay, so it's got so top critics is like four of them deemed it worthy, one of them deemed it rotten. So there's been like 23 critics, and 22 of them have said this is really good, and one of them has still said this ass.
Yeah, that one person, they know what's up.
Yeah, we side with him. Look, it's not even that like we're so up our own ass that we're like this isn't a good anime, then we like collectively have this sucks because it's not made by Asian people.
I will say it for context, like it's well animated.
Yeah,
it's just like there is nothing here to hold my attention. Like as a way to get me into the Terminator franchise, this did the worst job, because now I'm like, oh, if I go watch those other movies, are they gonna be this fucking nothing burger of nothing going on?
At this point, you just have to rely on Jose and I telling you, like, the 1 and 2 are good.
It's like, am I gonna get a fucking time travel circle jerk every time I watch one of these Terminator movies? Probably.
Here's the thing, like literally the guy who wrote this, Matt Tomlin. What a fucking name. Fuck you, Matt Tomlin. Like he's only got like a couple other things, right? Like so, look at that. Mother Android 4.9, Little Fish. Like it looks like he's trying his best, but this is definitely not something they should have given him. They should have given this to somebody who kind of can, give it to James Cameron and throw it to the Asian. Like
I'm not gonna talk shit on the guy. I'm sure maybe one of those other things he like really nailed down or whatever, even though it's
passion.
more or less sevens across the board. But like in terms of Terminator, again, I don't even think it's bad. It's just ugh.
I think we were. This is kind of like the My Hero debate. My Hero started out really well, but then we got too into the like school bit. I think he focused on the school bit so much that I stopped caring about the actual heroine. And I know they go do hero shit after the fact, but I was like, once that like joint Terminator, that joint tournament arc or whatever that shit was going on, I was done there. Same thing with this.
I was done there, but for different reasons. I was telling Salem, like, the start of My Hero is very strong, but then he like loses the fucking plot where he's like, yeah, everyone's individualistic where they have this quirk, and then fucking later it's like, I don't know, fucking multiple people just have all the quirks they need. Shigaraki's in a tight spot, oh, got a quirk for that, don't you worry about it.
And this is the thing, is like Western superheroes, like, dude, there's like fucking every superhero can fly. If they can't fly, they're fucking super strong. It's like, why does My Hero,
polka dots, man?
Yeah, why does every hero in My Hero has to be like unique? Like, man, just make some of them strong. Just make some of them fly.
I don't mind the uniqueness of the characters, but I felt like Horikoshi had like a good 20 or 30 quirks, and then after that he's like, I don't know, that guy's a fucking spray bottle. That guy's got fire hoses for arms.
That guy can make manga panels come out of his mouth or something.
All right, a better implementation of that character could be cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so I think this is kind of where I'm going with Terminator. We focused way too much on I'm trying to stop Judgment Day. I'm trying to stop the Time War. It's like, man, you didn't stop it. We literally got to episode 6. The fucking nukes went off.
Dude, it happened in episode 3.
What? Yeah, it happened early on, and he's still like, I'm trying to stop the Time War.
They were focusing on Malcolm's issue.
Existentialism.
Like they were focusing on Malcolm's issue with Kokoro and trying to convince her, but like also most of the time not really anything was being said. And it's like, are we just cutting to this to fill time? Because like he wasn't doing a lot of talking. He kept like vaguely being like, oh, there's a plan, or oh, I need more time. And then it's just like, okay. And then we finally got to the fucking point. And you know what? I'm sure his reason that he gave, decent enough. He was talking about his dead wife and his feelings for her, and it's like, okay, that's something.
His dead
would have been
wife,
nice if he brought that up earlier.
The
but,
love for his kid, makes sense. Why couldn't he tell her before?
Did it have to be the day of the anniversary? Like, what are we doing? Just
Judgment Day was the day of his dead wife's anniversary. It's like literally so stupid.
It's a weird choice. It just felt like we were, stalling for time almost.
The more I think about it, the more I dislike it.
Do you guys Did you guys like how Japan had to be the one to survive? Makes sense.
It's kind of whatever to me. It's like, well, I mean, they were there, so
true. Makes sense. I mean, as much like this is literally this 96 is giving me a stroke. I need to get off that. Honestly, this is not the best Terminator thing, and there's been a lot of dookie Terminator stuff. Like, God, there was that Sarah Chronicles show. I don't like that show, but apparently lots of people find it is very well beloved. Terminator Salvation. Lots of people, like when I was little, I watched that one, and I also watched Terminator 3. I thought both of them were good up until I rewatched them, and I was like, ooh, these are terrible, because I was doing 1, 2, and then immediately it was downhill from there. Kind of like Alien.
I actually really appreciate those moments when like you have like a piece of media that you have not experienced, Lord knows how long, and in your mind you're just like, oh, I remember this being pretty good. I remember loving this, and then you rewatch it, and either you're like, yep, I was right, right, past me knew what he was talking about, or I was a fucking idiot. What is happening here? you know, like when I watched the Predator movies again, and I binged those. Fucking what? All of them I either enjoyed or I loved.
Except the one where the kid has Predator Down syndrome powers.
See, that's when I'm gonna have to force myself to watch at some point with the dumb Iron Man suit that he gets at the end. I don't want to watch it, but I almost feel kind of obligated at some point because I love the rest of them. I think they're good.
I'll say this: 2 is really weird.
2 is weird
because like, why are we in this weird 1990s LA
concrete jungle, man? The first one was in an actual jungle, now we're in the concrete jungle.
This is so dumb. Donald Glover saying, "I'm too old for this shit."
2, I still like 2, but 2 was like the lowest point out of like the rest of them. Like the first one, top tier. I love that fucking movie. 2 is like way at the bottom. Still think it's good. But.
Predators, directed by fucking Robert Rodriguez. Literally, that movie is so good, man.
No, Predators is good.
It had the Predogs. It had Adrian Brody as the main guy. It had Willie Goggins, dude.
It had Lawrence Fishburne as the crazy ass survivor guy.
Topher Grace, Danny Trejo, New Blade. I can never say his name. How would you guys say this?
Mahershala Ali.
Yes. This guy as the Russian. He had the machine gun.
Yeah, he was the big gun man. Yeah.
Morbius.
What?
Sorry, Morpheus.
Morpheus?
Sorry, Morpheus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you have Lawrence Fishburne as the crazy ass survivor that was there prior to our main cast being there, which was fantastic.
I like Louise Ozawa Chang-chan.
Yep, he had the fucking katana.
That wasn't
showdown.
me being racist. That's how his name is kind of spelled. Yeah, that was a cool scene, dude. He takes off his coat, takes off his shoes,
and it was a short ass scene, but it was cool.
That was so dope.
Yeah, and then they both fucking fall over at the end. Like, it's really good.
So
like,
good.
Predators is a good movie, and that's one of the ones where I don't remember liking it much when I first watched it, but I watched it again recently, and it's really fucking good.
Now, imagine we get a Predator anime, right?
And I would love that.
And then we focus on what does it mean to be a predator in the concrete jungle.
What the fuck?
Like, okay.
What does it mean to be?
Sorry. Okay, guys, hear me out. I had this thought since the very second episode of Terminator. Okay. I feel like Mattson Tomlin watched Ava and he went, "This must be what anime's all about, huh?"
I mean, you guys have watched Ava.
What do you think, Phenomenal? Do you think I'm kind of like, do you think I'm overanalyzing, or do you think I'm kind of getting somewhere with it?
I feel like it's fine to have those like philosophical discussions, especially when you're talking about like what is human versus what is a machine. But at the same time, I don't think that's necessarily appropriate to have during a fucking Terminator fucking anime, because Terminator is just about, I don't know, there's a fucking cool robot, he's got a gun, he's hunting some dudes.
That's literally what Terminator is. The Terminator is like, okay, like the first one's kind of like a horror movie, because I watched that from like the Mr. Sunday movie YouTube channel, his Caravan of Garbage video like series. Yeah, the first one is kind of like a horror movie because the Terminator's just relentlessly hunting them down. But Kyle Reese is still putting up a fight the entire movie,
doing his best.
It's like a big dumb fucking action movie. That's
Yeah.
all Terminator is.
And then when you get to Terminator 2, it's like, okay, we've already seen the initial Predator, the Terminator, and what he's like, now let's rev it up by 1,000, and give the T-1000 involved.
Wait,
and then
what'd you say?
Rev it up by 1,000.
Rev it up by 1,000.
Let's rev it up.
No, so
let's go.
Okay.
Where's our dual runners at?
But and then you get the T-1000. They're like, okay, you've already seen this like slow, hulking, like unstoppable thing. Now we have advanced shit going.
Now,
Shogun.
Now remember, in Terminator 2, those we're thinking, if you only watch, like if you are completely blind to the Terminator and you go watch Terminator 1 and you, oh, that was really good. Schwarzenegger as a Terminator, he was crazy relentless, but they got him at the end. And then you watch Terminator 2 and then you're like, okay, where's Sarah Connor? Oh, that's John Connor, her son. Okay, he's being a rebel. He got adopted by a foster family. Okay, this cop is there. The Schwarzenegger's back as a Terminator. Oh my gosh, Schwarzenegger's back to kind of kill him. And then they finally get to that scene in the back of the mall where T-1000 and T-185, T-150, 850 meet each other, and they, he's got the shotgun to John Connor, and then he just goes, "Get down." And then you're like, what? And then it turns out T-1000 after John Connor, and you're just, whoa. And then it's just a chase scene. It's an action chase scene from that minute. Like, it just does not stop.
And for what it is, I do remember really liking the effects of the T-1000 too. Like when he has to phase through bars or, like change his clothes.
He comes out of of the floor, he like liquids into the helicopter, dude.
Mhm.
And then when
Cool.
Arnie does the machine gun bit, I don't know. You say you didn't remember it.
Well, I mean, what exactly was that part?
Okay, I'll pull it because
Okay.
I need you to remember. Remember who you are. You need you to remember this.
I have something we can do if we need to fill some time, by the way.
All right, hold on. I just gotta show him this real quick. Man, this movie still looks so good. Look at that. Look at this movie. God, it looks good. Apparently, this movie was the most expensive movie at the time. James Cameron just continuously raising the budget for studios who are having a heart attack.
Wait, it was the most expensive at the time?
At the time, apparently. So this is the bit where they go, don't kill anybody, don't hurt anybody. He just fucking mows down everybody, right? And this, I think they were trying to like be like, hey, you remember when the Terminator had a mini machine gun? You remember that? It's like, we were recreating it. Oh.
Yep, and everybody takes off.
So apparently he's supposed to purposely be like shooting near their direction, but he's not supposed to be hurting us.
Right. I mean, mission accomplished.
Yeah,
so.
I mean. He's like,
man, he's like, I really got to drill this home with this fucking grenade launcher.
I'm out of bullets. I
I
love how he
dude,
waited
that
till
has
they
to be like, if you were actually firing one of those, that has to be so satisfying.
Oh, 100%. Dude, right there. Human casualties, 0.
0.0. That's good, man. That's good.
Dude, Arnie in his prime, man. Look, he looks great. You guys know that Arnie tricked Stallone into taking that Stop or My Mom Will Shoot movie?
Nope, I did not.
Yeah, it was a terrible movie, by the way.
So Sherm, what do you have lined up?
Yeah, what'd you got?
Are you guys done with your Terminator discussion?
Yeah.
I think we're kind of done with Terminator.
Yeah, I have nothing else to say. Like,
I'm so thoroughly disappointed in Terminator. It's that meme. What is it like? My day's ruined.
Yep.
Yeah.
My disappointment's immeasurable, and my day
is ruined.
Yep, my disappointment is immeasurable.
Fuck,
my
where'd
day
it go?
is ruined. So yeah, I think we're kind of done here. There's no really spoiler that you can give that is not like what spoiler is there? Is like that
spoiler.
The hot lady is the mom of the black guy.
Yeah, and then that Sasaki's a Terminator. Like,
I mean, like,
Misaki.
surprise, Kokoro was convinced. You know, like,
not very surprising. Yeah, it's like I'd rather talk about Yakuza behind the scenes, but it's like, yeah, this fucking Terminator shit, like anime. This is supposed to be a home run. Production IG, fucking Terminator, violent on Netflix of all things, because Netflix is the home of like, ooh, no censor. Fucking awful, man.
Yeah, Monday Night Raw is coming to Netflix. It's gonna pop off. No more PG era bullshit.
Is it?
Fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin ass bullshit. We're gonna come out here and fucking beer bash.
Is it coming to Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh.
Raw is not SmackDown.
Oh.
Raw is the Monday night show. SmackDown's the Friday night show.
Lame. Okay, so what'd you have?
All right, so open up a blank document. I got a little fucking discussion we can have. I found this post on r/anime. Congratulations, whoever you are, random redditor. So you get to keep 3 of these picks. The rest are erased from time. Spark some discussion here. I have Death Note.
Okay, hold on.
Write these down.
and you said we can only pick.
You can pick 3. The rest are erased from time forever.
Okay.
All right, next, Cowboy Bebop. Code Geass, Vinland Saga, Mob Psycho 100, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
You can just have Full Metal, and we'll know.
Yeah,
what
we're
about.
good there. Full Metal AM. Yep. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then Attack on Titan.
I immediately get rid of Attack on Titan.
I agree. We can cut that from the list.
But guys, the scene where Mikasa's kissing Aaron's severed head is so
Spoilers.
funny.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
No, I think some people would literally go, what about the scene where Aaron literally turns into a Titan?
So,
Whatever.
it's like I feel in Naruto. There are great moments in Attack on Titan. Like the first 3 seasons are incredible. But man, once the veil of mystery is lifted, I was just like getting angrier the farther I read on. And then this severed head getting a smooch was
Too far?
pretty much
It's
over
the best with
line.
Ymir in the background staring at him.
Yeah,
That's
she's
still
like,
my favorite manga panel.
She's still like, what the fuck are you two doing?
Okay, so what was the question? It's like,
We can keep 3 of these.
You can keep
but the
3.
rest are erased from history.
I'll tell you mine immediately. I will keep FMA.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Code Geass,
Yeah, it's also a good choice.
and I think I'm gonna keep JoJo. Now,
That's a good choice.
That's also a good choice.
I think I would be missing out on Vinland Saga, but I do enjoy JoJo. Now, the only reason I chose Full Metal and Code Geass is because I haven't seen them, but I've heard they're great. So
Code Geass is coated with the the sauce.
Yeah, so that would be like if they disappointed me, obviously I've made a mistake. But made no mistake getting rid of Death Note.
Correct.
No mistake on getting rid of Attack on Titan.
The only thing I'll say is I've never watched Bebop yet, and that's the only one that and Mob, but I know about Mob because there's people that talk about Reagan all the time.
Oh yeah, dude. There was a clip I saw of Mob and Reagan together. I mean, this spoilers if you haven't seen it or not, but like Mob is freaking the fuck out. I mean, do you guys care if I say it or have you seen it?
No, you're fine.
I think I've seen it.
Okay. When Mob and Reagan are together, Mob's losing his fucking shit with like murderous intent or whatever. Reagan fucking grabs his face and like tells him like, you know, you're better than this or whatever. And the percentage that it climbs turns into gratitude or something like that.
Like decimal point?
Well, like it goes up to like I think 1,000% or something. Like Mob is like ready to kill these people.
Right.
And when Reagan like snaps him out of it, Mob turns his feeling from like murderous intent to like appreciation or gratitude or something.
Hell yeah.
And he calms the fuck down and he actually temporarily gives Reagan his powers. And Reagan's just kicking ass. Like it's fucking sick.
So would you
Reagan
say...
Reagan reminds me of, do you remember that character from Zombieland Saga? The manager?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, Reagan gives me the manager from Zombieland Saga energy.
So would you say, are you saying you you're putting Mob Psycho on your list?
Well, as much as I like that scene, I can't because I haven't watched the show.
Yeah.
As much as I love that one scene.
Yeah.
For me, it's probably easy. JoJo, naturally. I fucking love JoJo.
Yep.
Code Geass is
Yep.
sick. I fucking love that fucking
Yep.
show.
Pop off,
And
King.
let's see. Full Metal.
He can't
Probably.
miss.
So literally just your list,
Yeah.
Jose, except I've seen these shows.
All right,
Yep.
hear me out. Code Geass, number one.
All right.
And then
Unsurprising.
I'll give it to Mob Psycho because that's like one of the shows that I'd want to watch. Vinland Saga is fine. It seems like this is gonna sound bad, and I don't mean it to necessarily because I still enjoy it, but it's like a berserk, like a mild berserk.
I was gonna say, is it like a light berserk or
Yeah,
or
definitely a
mild?
light berserk. Like there's some good stuff in there, and I haven't even gotten to season 2, which is apparently where a lot of people got mad at it because Thorfinn's like a slave or whatever.
I have no enemies.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know, doing farming, or he's like digging holes or something. I don't know. So
Man, this
digging
characterization is not what I wanted. I wanted him to keep killing people.
watching Vinland Saga has made me realize that anyone that thinks Thorfinn is a great character is fucking wrong. Like all the other supporting characters are so much better than Thorfinn in every way. Because like he hasn't, the classic like revenge tale into when he gets his revenge, it's never gonna be what he wanted it to be. Like that hasn't happened yet.
Like it won't bring you closure.
But I can see it, and then he's just gonna be like a nothing character until he like goes through that like growing up process.
Right, and then he has to find something new to chase after.
Right,
Sasuke.
Yeah,
that's what came to mind too.
Yeah, so it's just like Thorfinn kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie, he's just an angsty fucking teenager that's big mad. His papa got killed. So like,
I mean, I guess.
But like Torkel's fucking sick.
Torkel is the boy. I fucking love Torkel.
Askeladd, just the fucking biggest shitheel ever, but you just love him because he's the best.
Yeah, he's weirdly likable.
Yeah,
at the same time.
He's just like a fucking complete asshole and does what he wants, but like you're into it because
he knows what he's doing too. He's not like an idiot.
Yeah, it's like noticing they're gonna get captured by Torkel, so he just tells his men like, "Hey, stay behind, cut down that bridge because we're gonna fucking abandon all of you."
So what's your third one then?
Probably Full Metal. Full Metal's like really good.
So we all kind of have the same decision.
I just want to give it to Mob because like Mob deserves. Mob Psycho is definitely not a show where I would look at it knowing nothing and go, yeah, that's something I'd watch. But just the rave reviews people tell me, it's like there's got to be something there.
Okay.
Oh sure, I get that. I find it interesting you guys put shows you haven't seen on your list, but I do understand why.
Like Buck Death Note for one.
Yeah.
Death Note was like cool.
It starts out good. I'm not gonna lie.
Death Note was good to me, except
what's that from? I know that.
Oh, you just have different songs for each
I've just
alarm.
heard that before. I've never actually. Anyway,
but yeah, you can go on. Sure, I interrupted you.
Death Note fucking like was cool in the year 2000. Doesn't hold up, especially after spoilers. L dies. No, like if you haven't seen Death Note yet, like I don't know what to tell you.
No, I know. It's just that like I'm sure in the future we're not going to say that for every show we talk about.
Even Big Strong Man went like, I don't I don't know. It got kind of boring after L
Yeah,
died.
because we
Yeah, well, it did.
we just tried to have like 2 other characters that were L, but
Dude,
weren't as good.
They brought in fucking Mello and Nier, and they're just like whatever characters. Like when I look back, because I remember Death Note fairly well,
Yep.
because it was one of the first anime I watched.
Yep.
The first half, fucking to me, it was enjoyable and good. I haven't watched it, so I don't know if I can say that now. But when Nier and Mello came in after L died, I just like wiped from my fucking brain, except like the ending of the show.
Okay,
Everything
so
else.
none of us pick Cowboy Bebop.
I want to watch it at some point. It just seems like one of those, like, this is a good standalone thing and it'll be really enjoyable, but it's not like I'm out here thinking about it after the fact. Like, I think about maybe not like every day or like every week, but probably like once a month where I'm like, man, Full Metal was so fucking good.
So for me,
There was like such a fucking chunk there that you could sink your teeth into.
so I put Code Geass because you've gassed it up so hard.
Yeah,
Like,
that's correct.
so like if I watch this and I go, yeah, it was a 7. I would just want to be like,
Like, if you watch that ending and still think it's a 7, I don't know.
yeah, like I want to see what you see in it. So like when I one day get to it, I'll let you know.
I will just say this about Code Geass, right? The ending is fucking fantastic.
Okay.
And
the ending kind of sucks.
Yeah, Chris.
Some people have
No,
different
the other
opinions.
one.
Chris is
Martine.
is a fucking child, doesn't understand. When he rewatches it later, he'll get it.
He gets a pass.
Yep.
But like if you're not like super into the show, I'll understand it. I'll respect that. But like at least if you like appreciate the ending and you like the ending, that'll be enough for me.
I'll just say it right now, you probably won't like Lelouch as a character, but at the same time, he's kind of a character you're not even supposed to like. He's like I've always talked about how in Attack on Titan I hated Aaron's characterization, like especially later, because it's like Aaron was such a fucking do good, like help everyone fucking kind of person.
He was a Deku, and then he turned into a.
and then he turned into a fucking sociopath.
He turned into a Hitler. Yeah.
Whereas fucking like Lelouch had a similar, like, it was just like Lelouch, you still didn't know like which side he was on. He towed the fucking line between the two. Like he was clearly trying to help the people of was Japanese people, right?
Yeah, I think they referred to like
spoilers.
district or area, something or another, a number.
Yeah, they were
basically.
the Japanese because the country got taken over by the Britons. Spoilers. Anyway, like Lelouch was believable as a character, but you at no point knew where his allegiances really lied or allegiances stood. So it's like at the end when things play out the way they do, you're like, oh yeah, I totally see Lelouch doing that. Just like at the end, just being the fucking everything he was fighting against because that's what he wanted to do. He thought he could do it better than the people that were doing it at the time.
He stayed in character. You never really thought that like, oh, Lelouch wouldn't do that. You're like, no, he could and he would, you know.
Like Lelouch loyal to his friends, but also like would fuck them over if it meant he could fucking get somewhere by doing it.
We did bring we already talked about Vinland Saga quite a few times, even on different episodes. We talked about Mob Psycho a little bit.
Yeah.
Full Metal. I've talked about this one about how like I'm afraid of this 100% grade A ground beef kind of anime, you know.
Kobe, the finest.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
you have no reason to be like hesitant to jump into it, man. Either you're gonna really like and appreciate the show, or it's just not for you.
And like I saw episodes on Toonami when they were airing and stuff, so it's like I know it's good. It's just like I didn't watch from the beginning, and I didn't, I've seen the end, but it's like I haven't seen a lot of what's in the middle.
Fucking
a lot of cool stuff.
Full Metal got a great dub too.
I think,
did, yeah.
and then I think JoJo is because fucking JoJo, man. I can't wait for part 7 either. And like
JoJo's like such a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
In sometimes like a stale feeling like medium, where
Especially-
it's like Araki is just doing what he fucking wants to do. He doesn't care how ridiculous it gets. He's just trying to write cool characters and fucking have them do cool shit.
Like it's just a stylish show.
Yeah.
Like
it's so
everybody's got
stylish.
fucking like just bizarre, but also like really cool looking.
Where could the
outfits
enemy
and-
stand user possibly be?
Right, like the stands are really cool and they all have unique things to them, and like it's a really nice ride. Like when I got into JoJo, I binged everything available, like part 1 through 4, and then 5 came out, and it was like, oh, it's pretty fucking
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Like
Filthy
good.
Axe,
Dirty deeds done that the cheap.
Filthy Axe at a reasonable price.
Yes, sir.
spicy lady. Like, yeah, you can't go wrong.
Jose, did you watch part 6?
Nope.
Okay.
It doesn't look very appealing to me, and it's not because it's a girl, and
Oh, I see.
it's not really doing much for me. Like, it's not giving me a it's not giving me a Josuke I like, and it's not really, and I don't really care for like Pucci's design.
Well, you didn't really like 4 either, did you?
Yeah, I really didn't. Like,
Oh, you didn't like 4?
Nah, I was just trying to get through. I was trying to get to
okay.
5, so I was trying to.
You're like, well, I gotta.
I liked Kira, and I liked
Yeah, Kira
Killer
Yoshikage.
Queen.
Yeah, Killer Queen. Yep.
so.
Kira Queen.
That's actually my name on Spotify.
Deadly
Killer_Queen. Yep.
Ah, yes, Deadly Queen.
But yeah, like I just haven't really wanted to. Maybe one day I'll get to it, but I honestly just waiting for Steel Ball Run. Honestly, that's the one I'm waiting for, and that'll probably be where I peak at for JoJo. But yeah, Sherm, do you want to dedicate 5 minutes to the latest chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen? Spoiler warning.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping up. All I know is your boy, the big bad.
Sukuna.
He got turned into a pile of dust.
He got turned into a
did
pile of goo, and then he
Oh.
turned into a pile of dust.
Yeah. Yuji
Okay.
finally opened his domain.
How cool is it?
Did we get Megami back?
Yeah.
All right, great.
We get Megumin, and we get
Pulled him out.
Nobara.
I need to know about Main Boy's domain. What does it do?
Honestly,
Fucking- I don't know.
I think he just kind of like.
I haven't read it. That's the
Oh,
only reason I say
okay.
that.
So I think
Not
he-
like the word vomit that Gay normally gives us. It's like I just haven't actually sat down and read them yet.
So if I remember correctly, he opens up his domain, and then all of a sudden, Yuji and Sukuna are kind of doing this kind of like Yuji's just trying to talk no jutsu him.
Yeah, tap him on the shoulder. Hey, bud, you can be a good guy too.
They didn't
And-
fist bump. Is that what I'm hearing?
And no, and then there's literally one section where he's like, "Yeah, I used to come and get crayfish here all the time." And then him and Sukuna are fishing for crayfish, and Sukuna goes,
Hell yeah.
Sukuna's is bigger, and Yuji's just like, "How'd you get that?" And he's like, and they're just kind of talking like, people who hang out but they don't really like each other, but they're friends kind of.
Oh.
And then at the very end, he's like, "Let Fushiguro go. Come back to me, and
Yeah.
we can start things over." And he's
Yeah,
like,
then he beats the shit out of
"No,"
him.
and then he's like, "You know who the fuck I am? I'm the king of curses, motherfucker. I will annihilate you. I'm gonna destroy you." And then next chapter, Yuji's just like, nah, beats his ass. Latest chapter is like, "All right, Sukuna, I gave you a chance."
Did he figure out reverse curse technique?
I think so.
right,
Because he's
great.
got all his fingers in the.
Before you move on, when you brought up the fishing for crawfish and you said Sukuna says mine's bigger, just remember Devil May Cry DMC? He's
Yes,
like-
I do.
when he's
The
there-
Virgil-mobile?
Yeah,
No.
where he's like, I look better, whatever. He's like, I got a bigger dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dude.
Fucking the worst line.
Oh, there's some choice ones in there.
Never
Not-
in a million years.
Not a million years. Actually, we never brought up what was his name? From Terminator Zero.
Gonna have Timothy Oliphant?
No, the professor guy.
Professor guy.
Malcolm Lee.
Oh, we talked
We literally
about him
talked
a lot.
about him the whole time.
Yeah, sorry. He's
Salem-
already left my brain.
Oh, that's fine. By the end of the night, I'll forget it too. But we literally talked about Malcolm like the whole time.
Yeah,
I
we
was just gonna-
need more time.
I was just gonna say, Malcolm's Air Force Malcolm.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's
yeah,
right.
he had some Air Force
Yeah.
Malcolms
Yeah,
on
he's
it.
got a Malcolm mobile. We just didn't see it.
Yeah,
It's
he's
so true.
definitely got an M on the fucking hood of his fucking car.
I do want to ask though, what was Yuji's domain?
Literally that's it. He like sucks him into kind of like a very
Simple domain.
it's like not simple and like
Yeah, because that's actually a thing.
yeah,
but,
it's kind of like a romanticized kind of vision, and it's kind of like, let me take you down to like,
yeah, I'm gonna lay you down on a bed of flowers.
So I
Were
think
they fishing for crawfish inside of his domain?
so this is the thing. I think this is what that was kind of like. It happened with fucking Boogie Woogie,
Toto, yeah.
and it happened with Cursed Blood Spirit,
Choji.
where he kind of
I
like
think it was Choji.
yeah, I think it's Choji, where he kind of like puts these kind of like memories and kind of like because Choji for whatever reason starts going, "You're my brother."
It's because his blood gets inside Choji.
Yeah, so and I think the same thing happened with Toto because Toto then starts calling him brother. He starts saying we had these memories, and even like
No, the Toto thing is literally he asked the question to Fushiguro about what kind of woman are you into, and Fushigoro's like, what kind of question is that? We're gonna fight each other. Beats the shit out of Fushiguro, and then he pulls up to Yuji. He just asks him the same question. Yuji gives him the answer that Toto would give, and he's
It's like tall women with fat ass. Right?
like Jennifer Lawrence, of course. Yeah.
Salem, sorry, I know we're about to end, but you turn the mic to you a little bit.
Yes, Salem.
You got it.
Talk into it like a man.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that where it's like I think Yuji is giving people what they want.
He's bonding with them.
It's like the most idealistic kind of thing, and then yeah, it just kind of goes from there, and that's kind of like where when I started going, okay.
We are in the era of rushed endings that have not been great.
I think Gege, either lots of people are debating what Gege's up to. Is he done? Does he just want to be done? Or
I'm gonna be honest,
is
I
he
felt
tired?
like he was done like probably 6 months to a year ago.
I think he was done after Shibuya, and they were
Yeah.
like, you can't end it like this. It was like, shit.
I mean, I think he could have like ended like the culling games way earlier.
Yeah, he definitely
Like
could
just had Sukuna fully reincarnate and then
just kill everybody.
yeah.
Um,
Honestly, like I know I talked about that ending with you before, but I wish that was the ending of the fucking thing.
Where Sukuna was like, "Oh, this is my story."
Yeah,
fuck y'all."
break the fourth wall in the best way possible.
Well, I mean, this is kind of like, I kind of asked you guys to watch Terminator, and you were like, if it's good, it's good, but this is literally another, it's not as bad as Suicide Squad Isekai.
Are you like,
What,
is this
Jujutsu
another mark on the
Kaisen?
chalkboard?
No, Terminator Zero. It's not as bad as that.
No.
But
It's a definite quality above Suicide Squad.
But-
I'm glad we watched it together.
Consistent
I'll say that.
animation in Terminator Zero.
oh yeah, it looked great.
Yeah.
For most of it. I don't know. It is what it is. Honestly, since starting this podcast, I think we've been taking a lot of L's.
Yeah, it's
Especially-
almost like I shouldn't let Jose decide what we watch. I've had this experience in the past. I'm fucking Donald Glover from that fucking Italian Job movie or whoever the
Well,
fuck that
when
was.
we watch that Transformers movie in theaters, I'm sure that'll
No.
be a fun, exciting ride.
Can't wait
filled
to
with
hear
quality.
bad Chris Hemsworth doing bad Optimus Prime.
Well, hopefully that's good.
Also, before we go, can you look up that Lord of the Rings thing? I think that came out too.
What Lord of the Rings?
That,
That
fucking
animated
thing. I don't remember what it's called.
War of Rokemir?
Yeah, that come out?
No, December 13th.
Oh, I saw a
2024.
different Lord of the Rings thing on Rotten Tomatoes, so I thought it came out already.
It's there's like, yeah, something did come out, but it's nothing important or good.
Well, don't worry.
probably.
Rotten Tomatoes loved it.
It's probably it's probably another Golem game.
Hell yeah.
All right, so this is
Andy
this has been
Serkis in
Jose.
it? Can I be Andy Serkis?
Yeah, you can.
All right,
This has
sick.
been Jose, aka Sonomonjo. Who have you guys been?
Mactastic.
Phenomenal.
Go ahead and like and subscribe. Give us your Terminator Terminator.
Send in your questions on the YouTube videos.
Tell us how we're wrong about how Terminator Zero is actually a good anime.
Please send us your questions. We need something to talk about.
Yeah. Isano_Monjo on Twitter, Instagram, and then isano.monjo@gmail.com.
He's getting really good at remembering this stuff.
Yeah.
I was just going to say leave it in the YouTube comments, but whatever works for him.
I mean, sorry.
Really? The fairy tale
Yeah.
OP?
Hey, it's
I mean, it's a banger. Don't get me wrong.
it's
but,
8:45, and I need something to wake me up. That just
I
kind of.
mean, that one does wake you up.
Yeah, that one does. All right. Well,
Well, that's not the fairy tale OP. That's just the music.
yeah, that's the music. All right. Well, you guys have a good one. Hit us up on the social media. Have a good day.